baptize, it is when we go into demonstration. That's why I say this is a work now. And this work must come with results. And the results is after the work. We did not send a petition to anybody on the day of work because it was a Saturday. But these petitions went out peacefully after the work to show that this is a presidential candidate activity. When you are dealing with a presidential candidate, his activities is different from when you are building with an ordinary Ghanaian, because he takes it to a different level. So for now, after the work, the petitions have been sent out. We are waiting. I'm sure by Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be getting results from all these petitions. And by Friday, we can discuss those things. Now, Bianca, I've met Bianca once. I think last 3 months, there was this program and we met we took pictures and we met at the independent, I would call it International Conference Center. We had discussion. She introduced herself to me and we had a short chat. I have no problem with Bianca. That's number one. I have no problem with the Nigerian foreign minister or the president of Nigeria. I have problem with his citizens and their activities. And we are going to deal with them per our law and regulation in Ghana. Once they are in Ghana, they are in our custody. We have the power to do anything with that situation. They can only come and plead, but they do not have their control once they are in Ghana. Because they are living under the laws of Ghana, the Ghanaian law. So anything they do will be used, the Ghanaian law will be used on them. Laws of Ghana. So nobody should sit down and think because it's a Ghanaian, it's a Nigerian, and living in Ghana, he can misbehave and think that the laws of Nigerians are going to shield him. The laws in Nigerians are different. They have different laws. Ghana too, we have our laws. You before our court and deal with you according to the law. You made mention of who again?
Very dark man.
I don't want to respond to. You made mention of.
He's a minority. He's a minority. Very dark man.
I don't. Who is he again?
He's a Nigerian content creator. He's a huge content creator in Nigeria.
You made mention of. And I will not
very
dignify him with a response. I won't do that.
That's fine.
I will not dignify anything from him with a response.
Okay. That's
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Our boys will deal with that. Small boys will handle him on that level. But I'll not dignify him with any response. So let's put that one aside. Let's continue.
There are 3 questions I'm going to ask you, even though you've given responses to some of them. One is that the GIPC Act 865 has.
In any case, let me say this to the Ghana police and the route in which you used to arrest the Ghanaian citizen who is a media blogger. What's his name?
Fancy Comedy.
You mentioned some name. Same way you should use. But I will not dignify such a person with a response.
No.
Let's go.
Yeah, so three questions I'm going to ask at the same time. One, the GIPC Act 865, which you have actually talked about, have spelled equally that if you are a foreigner and you want to do retail business in Ghana, at least you should have a minimum startup capital threshold of $200,000 or $500,000 or a maximum of $1 million to be able to start up retail business in Ghana. Over the past week, we've seen Abosokai guys going around closing shops here and there, and there've been a bit of a reaction on the positive side of these activities, where Ghanaians are very happy about these activities, and Nigerians are obviously on the other side trying to question why Ghanaians are trying to close their shops, even though they have no documentation to prove that they are able to engage in retailing. Most of the Aboshokan guys and other retailers who are Ghanaians will obviously want to know your take on that and what your assurances are to those people who are in Aboshokan and any other retailers across the country. The second one is during the conversation with the president. Obviously, he did mention about the deportation, which we are obviously against all sort of responses that came from him. That 14 people who are nationals of illegal countries or they are illegally been deported. Obviously, we do not know what made them become illegal. If they were in prison, if they were doing illegal activities in the country. So you are bringing in an influx of illegal people who have been deported from a country. If they were good people, they would have still been staying in the USA. Obviously, they do have countries of origin where they are actually attached to. We are asking why they were not deported directly to their country of origin, but were brought into the country. Ghanaians would want to know the aspect or where Dr. Hassan Ayariga has to say, even though you've tapped on it a few times, but if you want to also put them together. And the last one is that the president have indicated that there should be no hate speech on the internet, no hate speech, because he's going to actually bring the National Bureau of Intelligence to make sure that everybody who is on the internet and bringing about hate speech on the internet was going to be taken away. We have been championing these illegal immigrants in our country. We have been going around telling them they should leave our country, which is not hate speech, but is we exercising our citizenship and telling people that they should leave the country. The president says if you do that, he's going to make sure that they are going to track our IP address and they're going to arrest most of these TikTokers. We want to know what you have to say about all these media encounters and the responses from the president of the Republic of Ghana.
Okay, first of all, the issue of the GIPC and the Abusunkan traders. The law is there. The president himself knows the law. And that is why his answer to that question was not encouraging. I was disappointed in the answer. The answer should have been a straightforward answer. That no foreigner can deal in retail in Ghana. Point blank, that's the answer.
Simple.
No foreigner. The law says that no foreigner can engage in retail business in Ghana. That is the law. So why do you beat around the bush? Keep explaining, you're going to do this, they're not supposed to. No, it's simple and short. And then you give an order. No foreigner is allowed to do retail business. Then you instruct. That is the law. You are not the one who put the law there. It's the Constitution. You are not the Constitution. You are supposed to protect the Constitution. The Constitution is the voice of the people of Ghana. That is what binds us. That is what keeps us. If we flout the Constitution, then there's a problem. How then do you allow foreigners to flout the Constitution? And you want to explain. You want to massage the Constitution. The Constitution was very clear. No retail for foreigners. So simple. Once that is there, you instruct. Close down retail businesses of foreigners. That's it. No go forward, no go backward. I mean, it's simple English language. Direct. So for me, if you say things like this, and people sit on their bloggers and say something, it cannot be hate speech. Never. They are quoting the law for you. They are telling you this is the law. So go by the law. The law says no foreigner can do retail business. So if the Ghanaian citizens they began to engage in citizen arrest, and they say, okay, foreigners close down, you're not allowed to do this. Foreigners have opened so many businesses, and all these foreigners, they don't even have permits. They just say they are married to a Ghanaian. If you are married to a Ghanaian, go to the immigration office and get a permit. You're not a Ghanaian. ECOWAS says 90 days. It didn't stay, come and stay forever. If I am a Ghanaian and I go to the Nigeria, I'm allowed to stay 90 days and come back. After 90 days, if I want to stay longer, I go for resident permit. Because I'm not a Ghanaian. I'm not a Nigerian. So foreigners should begin to take resident permits in Ghana. After their 90 days stay, it's over. And if they want to do business, they should look for business permit too. Working permit. It does not stop us from issuing all these documentations to curb maintain, run, protect our people. So, Abosan kind people, if you are listening to me, you are right. I support you 100%. I support you 100%. It is your duty to protect your businesses and protect your livelihood and protect your nation and protect the laws of Ghana. The laws of Ghana should be protected by every Ghanaian. That is why we swear on our honor to be faithful and loyal to our motherland. You understand? Being faithful is being loyal to the motherland and to protect our image. So they're protecting and making sure that foreigners abide by the laws and regulations of Ghana is no crime. It's no hate speech. Even that was the duty of AMA, the duty of of the police to go after these people and close down these shops. Close them down. Lock them up. And they should also check their revenue, whether they are, look, most of the restaurants owned by foreigners charge VAT, but they don't pay VAT. They don't pay.
Wow.
Go and eat in a restaurant, Chinese restaurant. Go and eat a Lebanese restaurant. Go and eat a what kind of restaurant? Indian restaurant. They will charge you VAT. See whether all these VAT records. One time I told my wife, so government should sit up. Going forward, I think that President's delivery and all these media houses, I don't know whether these media houses were programmed to ask questions.
That's what we all think.
And not to ask certain questions, because you cannot have your country, citizens, engage in a walk and one of your colleagues led that walk and nobody, the media, all these media houses, none of them could ask questions relating to that. I am very, 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 very disappointed in the media, the media men and women in Ghana who went that day. Very disappointed in them. And tomorrow it can be the topic of discussion. That I, Dr. Hassan Ayariga, said, I was very disappointed in all of them that went to meet the president and none of them could raise the issue of foreigners and what happened and the work on that day. If they are scared of asking questions, then we have a big problem in Ghana. If they cannot defend their sovereignty, then we have the hypocritical level is gone beyond my imagination. I respect people who respect the rule of law, who respect their country, who can speak freely, independently, and ask intelligent questions. And not go and sit down there and ask AI questions. So I'm very, very disappointed in the media that none of them asked the president that question. None. And if we have this kind of media people in our country,